In the village of Umuowa, the eldest son was more than a child. He was an anchor, a shield, a silent agreement between generations. People said, when the first son stands, the family stands. That was why no one imagined that Okafor, first son of Okorie, would be the one to break away. Okori was a man shaped by hard seasons. He survived famine, he survived war, he survived the kind of poverty that teaches a man to love control more than tenderness. In Umowa, his word was law, and Okafor grew up under that law. From boyhood, Okafor learned responsibility before joy. While other children played by the stream, he followed his father to the farms. While others laughed at moonlight tales, he guarded the compound. When his mother died early, the burden doubled. Okafor became brother, father, and backbone. No one asked if he was tired. Strong people were never asked. As Okafor grew, the village began to rely on him. Disputes over land boundaries, call Okafor. Quarrels between age grades, call Okafor. When tempers rose, his calm voice settled them. Slowly, the villagers began to say, Okafor is wiser than his father. Those words reached Okori's ears, and something hardened inside him. Conflict began quietly. Okori stopped seeking Okafor's opinion. At meetings, he interrupted him. At home, he dismissed his counsel. Okafor noticed he endured because endurance was his inheritance. Then came the land issue. One farming season failed badly. Yams rotted in the ground. Families whispered of hunger. Land suddenly mattered more than ever. That was when Okori called his sons beneath the Udala tree. Villagers lingered nearby, pretending not to listen. Okori spoke deliberately. When I am gone, the larger portion of my land will go to Emeka. A murmur spread. Emeka looked startled, almost afraid. Okafor's face remained still. An elder cleared his throat. Is there a reason, Okori? Okori nodded. Okafor is strong. Strength survives anywhere. The words landed like stones. That night, Umuowa talked. Some said Okori was wise, others said pride was blinding him. By morning, the story had grown teeth. At home, tension filled the air. Emeka avoided Okafor's eyes. The sisters whispered nervously. Okafor ate little, slept less. Inside him, years of silence screamed, not because of land, but because once again his strength was used against him. At dawn, Okafor packed his bag. His sisters cried. Emeka knelt, begging him to stay. I did not ask for this, Emeka said. Okafor lifted him gently. I know, he replied. That is why I must go. When Okafor faced his father, the air was heavy. I am leaving Umuowa, he said. Okori laughed bitterly. So you abandon us because life is unfair? Okafor's voice did not rise. I am leaving because I have been loyal for too long without being loved. Silence. Then Okori spoke the words that sealed everything. If you leave this compound, do not return to claim anything from it. Okafor bowed and walked away. Umuowa felt the absence almost immediately. Disputes grew louder. Tempers shortened. People began to realize that Okafor had been holding more together than anyone knew. Emeka struggled under pressure he never asked for. Harvests worsened. Villagers whispered again, this time with regret. Years passed. Okafor's life beyond Umuowa was not easy. He slept in unfinished buildings. He worked under men younger than him. But something new grew inside him freedom. He married a woman who listened. He raised children who were allowed to speak. Yet some nights he woke with Umuowa in his chest. Back home, Okori shrank. Illness came slowly, then all at once. On his mat, pride finally loosened its grip. He asked after Okafor. No one answered at first, until one elder said quietly, Strength left when love failed. Okori wept. When Okafor returned, the village stood still. He looked older, calmer. Okori looked like a shadow of himself. They sat together. Long silence. Then Okori spoke. I confused control with wisdom. Okafor's voice trembled. I never wanted to leave, he said. I only wanted to matter. Okori held his hand. You mattered too much, he whispered, and I was afraid. That night, Okori died. After the burial, elders gathered again beneath the Udala tree. Land was discussed. Voices rose. Okafor stood. I will not take what divided us, he said. Let my children know their roots. That is enough. The elders bowed their heads. In Umuowa, this story is still told, not to shame fathers, not to glorify sons, but to remind everyone that strength without appreciation becomes loneliness. Silence without love becomes departure. And sometimes the bravest thing a man can do is walk away before he disappears completely.